All right, pregame coming your way in about 4 minutes or so here, doing our sound check. All right, welcome out here to Memorial Park.
It is senior night.
Auto Select pregame show here on senior night.
We're going to have a brief presentation to them and announcements.
Have our
First,
senior
we'd like to
presentation
also
here.
recognize the two seniors from Port Edwards. So if you could just come out, give a little wave.
All right, we're doing our senior celebration here.
And now for the Pacelli
We'll go with our
Cardinals.
Pacelli Cardinal seniors here.
First, starting it off, he's a 4-year starter at shortstop, has been leadoff all 4 years. Number 1, Melise Badoon.
Melise Badoon here, announced here by our public address announcer, Randy Grivach, a 4-year
Melise
starter.
started with a big orange plastic bat and a wiffle ball in the backyard. You were 3. By 5, it was T-ball, and by 6, coach pitch. By 7, it was travel baseball. One summer alone was 5 different travel teams and 15 weekends of tournaments. Baseball has always been how you have expressed yourself. It is hard to believe that after 15 years, your baseball career is coming to an end. And while the big orange bat will never be forgotten, it has always been the glove that you preferred. You never tired of chasing ground balls in the backyard or at the park, always wanting one more. Your love for baseball, especially your love for playing defense, is seen every time you take the field. Your Pacelli career has been filled with plenty of oohs and ahs. While you have made many notable plays, one of the most memorable was against Notre Dame when you were a freshman. Leading 6-4 in the 7th inning, runners on first and second with 1 out. There's a hard hit ball over to second base, yet you were able to snag the ball, pivot on 1 knee, and get the out at second. A base hit for sure, then may have been very well changed the outcome of that game. Only a few in the crowd probably realized the difficulty of that play because you made it look so routine. Whenever life takes you, wherever life takes you, keep making those astonishing plays and keep making it look so easy. Senior Melise Badoon. Next up is Lucas Hammerly, also a 4-year starter. Lucas, it is hard to believe that you are nearing the end of your high school baseball career. What a great 4 years it has been. Filled with countless memories, starting when you were a small freshman, establishing yourself as a reliable bunter, to now as a senior leader with your classmates. The biggest compliment we can give you is that you play the game the way it is meant to be played, and your desire to win for your team shows. You've impressed us with your ability to come up big in key moments. We will miss watching you play, but look forward to seeing what you and your team can do with the remainder of this season. This is a special group of seniors, and the sky is the limit for you all. Lastly, it has been yelled out to you many times across the ball field as a reminder to relax and enjoy yourself. Lucas, your mom loves you. Next up, number 6, Braden Flaker. A year ago, the last thing we expected was to prepare for a senior baseball speech. Many of your senior teammates which you grew up with playing baseball, convinced you to come back and play one more time. We were excited not having to split time at different spring sports. Baseball was and always a big part of your life growing up from T-ball through middle school. It included countless league games and travel ball tournaments all over the Midwest. There are many great memories from playing on the Field of Dreams in Iowa to catching fly balls that didn't leave the field during the minor league all-star festivities at Athletic Park. Not to mention hitting your first and only home run at 12 years old. It's a good thing the well broken in glove you got in 4th grade still works and got to be used one last time. We are very proud of you and excited for the next chapter in your life. Braden Flaker. Next is number 8, Kelton Opper. Also a 4-year starter. It has been a blessing watching you grow from the little kid playing catch in the yard to the young man you are today. Watching you embrace the mentality of hard work, not because it guarantees you will have success, but because without it, you don't have a chance. Excited to watch you finish your senior year and everything that comes in the future. Kelton Opper. Next is number 10, Tomas Umera. Tomas is a foreign exchange student that got to play this year and got a little message from Nicole. She writes, "We would like to add, we will miss him when he leaves in June. We are so blessed to have had this memorable time with him." Also appreciated his mom, Marcia, for trusting us with him. The day he asked if he could call my husband and I Grandpa and Grandma, I didn't hesitate to say yes. We'll be cheering him on, and as we want all his dreams to come true, and that would be to play in the MLB. He plays hard and loves playing. He definitely puts his heart and soul into it all. Tomas, Grandma, Grandpa, and Isaiah want you to shine in all you do. We love you. Tomas Umera. Next, number 11, Nathan Reimer. In every sport you played since you were little, you have been the epitome team player. When the baseball team needed a pitcher, you pitched. When the team needed a first baseman, you learned to play first base. When the soccer team needed you to actually have a team, you played, even though soccer wasn't your favorite sport. You played not for yourself, but for your teammates. We are so proud of the young man you have become. Keep being a great teammate in life, and congratulations on a great academic and athletic school career. Good luck in the playoffs, Cardinals. Nathan Reimer. Number 20, Zach Yagi. When Zach decided he wanted to play baseball his senior year, I thought he was crazy. Sure, he's helped out as a student manager the last few years, but he had not played baseball at any level for a long time. We discussed this, and he knew that he was making a decision that might be frustrating at times, but he accepted it and went forward. Watching him this season, how much he is enjoying his senior season surrounded by his friends, and being part of a great team atmosphere, I am so pleased he decided to go for it this year. It's a perfect way to end his high school career. Zach Yaite. We'll be doing the starting.
All right, we are back here. Our
coaches meeting at home plate.
senior commemoration here on senior night, our Auto Select pregame show. Stevens Point's best choice for auto repairs, maintenance, and tires. They have complete auto repair services with locations on Church Street and on Highway 10 East in Stevens Point and on Schofield Avenue in Weston. No matter your automotive needs, look to Auto Select and you're good to go. So Coach Martinson and Coach Sankey out here collaborating pregame here, our Auto Select pregame show here. Again, a tribute to our 7 seniors, including Melise Badoon, Lucas Hammerly, Tomas Wemura, Kel Knopper, Zach Yaite, Nathan Reimer, and Braden Flaker. So the 7 seniors on senior night out here at Memorial Park here in Plover. A beautiful night here for some Central Wisconsin South Conference action here. The Blackhawks of Port Edwards come in here with an overall record of 8-7. They are 5-5 in conference. Their last game on Monday, a 10-0 victory over Wild Rose. They will be on the road at Pittsville next Tuesday. That is a 4:30 start, a conference game. Pacelli, on the other hand, they come in here with an overall record 19-4, 10-1 in conference play. They sit atop the CW South Conference. Pittsville, of course, 8-1 in that conference. Pacelli drawing the number 1 seed in the sub-sectional action. They'll host the winner of either Plainfield Tri-County or Almond Bancroft. That'll be on Tuesday, June 3rd. But still a few games here left on the docket for the Cardinals. After tonight, they will be back hosting Edgar in the finale of the regular season before we get into postseason baseball. Again, our Stevens Point Auto Select pregame show. They are Stevens Point's best choice for auto repairs, maintenance, and tires. They have complete auto repair services with locations on Church Street and on Highway 10 East in Stevens Point and on Schofield Avenue in Weston. No matter your automotive needs, look to Auto Select and you are good to go. We'll take a brief commercial pause. We'll bring it right back here, and we will be underway here. You're listening to and watching high school baseball on Zaleski Sports, brought to you by Hofffavor Realty. Back in a moment.
When it comes to vehicle maintenance and repairs, Stevens Point knows you can always put your trust in Auto Select. Keeping up with vehicle maintenance is often an inconvenience, but with locations on Highway 10 East and Church Street in Plover, Auto Select will have you back on the road in no time. Enjoy their 3-year, 36,000-mile warranty, along with shuttle service and loaner vehicles for your convenience. Quality, dependable, automotive care experts you can trust in Stevens Point, Plover, and in Weston. At Auto Select, you're good to go.
The center fielder, Colin O'Connor.
All right, we are back here. Starting lineups here, starting with Port Edwards. Colin O'Connor hitting first, playing center field. Max Michaels hitting second. He'll be the pitcher here tonight.
At shortstop, and senior Brendan Beck.
Brendan Beck, the senior, playing shortstop, hitting third here for the Blackhawks.
Catcher, number 17, Aiden Schumer.
Number 17, Aiden Schumer, hitting cleanup and doing the catching here tonight.
At second, number 22, Sam Martinson.
Sam Martinson will hit fifth and play second base.
The right fielder, number 26, Ethan Borner.
Ethan Borner will hit sixth tonight. He'll be out in right field, number 26.
Out in left field, number 29, Wesley Detlefson.
Wesley Detlefson, number 29, hitting seventh, playing out in left field.
5, Aiden Dumke.
Aiden Dumke will hit eighth and play first base.
And out at third, number 36, Kelson Casey.
And Kelson Casey to round out the lineup here. He'll be at third base.
Ben Martinson.
Head coach by Ben Martinson here. We'll switch gears to our starting lineup here for the Cardinals.
Shelley Cardinals. Currently 19-4, 10-1 in the conference.
19-4 overall, 10-1 in conference play.
Number 1, senior Melise Badoon.
So senior Melise Badoon playing shortstop here.
Number 7, Jaden Garski.
Jaden Garski will hit second tonight, playing center field.
On the bump, number 3, senior Lucas Hammerly.
Senior right-hander Lucas Hammerly gets his start. He'll hit third,
At second base,
do the
number
pitching.
10, Tomas Umera.
Tomas Uemura will hit fourth and play second base.
The first baseman, senior Kelton Opper.
Kelton Opper will play first base. He'll be hitting fifth here tonight.
Hitter today, number 20, Zach Yidey.
Senior Zach Yidey will get the start here. He'll do the designated hitting sixth. Eric Rinke to do the catching here tonight.
Third baseman, number 12,
Sully Schober will hit seventh and play third base.
Out in right, number 11, senior Nathan Reimer.
Senior Nathan Reimer out in right field. He'll be hitting eighth.
Number 6, senior Braden.
And senior
Flaker.
Braden Flaker will round out the Cardinals starting lineup out in left field here tonight.
The Cardinals
So you've got Badoon, Garski, Hammerly, Uemura, Opper, Yidey, Schober, Reimer, and Flaker for the Cardinals.
Assisted by Jeff Saddlemeyer,
Longtime head coach Wayne Sankey,
Joe Weinberg,
Joe Weinberg,
Sam Grevach.
John Raflick, Sam Grevach, and
Now in
Coach
honor
Saddlemeyer, Jeff
of our
Saddlemeyer.
two foreign exchange, Franco and Tomas.
We will do the Brazilian national anthem first. Please rise. Please stay standing for the national anthem, United States.
All right, we are back. National anthem here. We had the Brazilian national anthem followed by the United States national anthem here, and we'll be underway here again. We had our Stevens Point Auto Select pregame show here tonight. As mentioned here, Port Edwards 8-7 overall, 5-5 in conference. Pacelli, on the other hand, they are 19-4 overall, 10-1 in conference, getting down to the sort of bitter end in terms of regular season baseball here, and we certainly commemorated seniors from both squads, Brendan Beck and Max Michaels from the Blackhawks of Port Edwards here, and then the 7 seniors from Pacelli, again, Melise Badoon, Lucas Hammerly, Tomas Wemota, Kel Knopper, Zach Yeide, Nathan Reimer, and Braden Flaker, the 7 seniors here tonight on senior night out here at Veterans Memorial Park out here in Plover. Lucas Hammerly gets the start out here, the right-hander. We saw him last on Saturday against Aquinas. He pitched the first of the 2-game twin bill out at Buchholz Park. Leo Cub Manchesky fielded Lucas. We'll see him out here on senior night here. Pacelli then idle again until next Tuesday, where they will close out the regular season hosting Edgar. Port Edwards, on the other hand, as we mentioned, they will be back in action at Pittsville next Tuesday night. So a good game on the horizon here, 328 down the line here, 372 to straightaway center here. Pacelli with the white jerseys here, the red numerals, and Port Edwards, the Blackhawks here with the black jersey and the kind of the orange stripe, orange outline and orange numerals here. About 60 degrees or so, we'll say. Brandon Berencamp, Mike Wendland with you here tonight.
To be the center fielder, number 19, Colin O'Connor.
Colin O'Connor will lead things off here, the center fielder. So we've got O'Connor, Michaels, and Beck here to lead things off here for the Blackhawks. Visit Marshfield Dairy Fest. It's May 30th and 31st. Check out visitmarshfield.com for all of the details. See you in Marshfield for a fun-filled weekend at Dairy Fest. So Hammerly works from the stretch here. We are underway. And that one just missed. 4:45, the official start time here. Had our commemoration of all the seniors, as we've mentioned here. So a slightly later start, but certainly a very good tribute to these 7 seniors and the 2 seniors from Port Edwards here, playing in their final stretch of high school baseball. A swing and a miss. Hammerly up now 1-2 to Colin O'Connor. Max Michaels, the on-deck hitter for the Blackhawks. And that is in there for a called strike. And that is the first Servpro Jamie Wenzel strikeout tonight for Lucas Hammerly. You can call Jamie Wenzel at Servpro for the #1 choice and cleanup and restoration. Servpro like it never happened. So 1 away for Max Michaels, the lefty hitter here, the senior. Hammerly misses just a bit high, and it's 1-0 to Max. Brendan Beck, the on-deck hitter. That ball hit over to Wemota at second. Tomas will make the play there, the 4-3 ground out from Wemota to Opper for out number 2. So 2 up, 2 down now, and the shortstop, Brendan Beck, coming up here. These 2 teams saw each other not all that long ago. Get the exact date here in just a moment. It's kind of a weather-filled event. The last time these 2 teams went at it, and that was April 28th. So it's 1-0 to Beck. That's in there for a called strike. It's 1-1 now to Brendan. That one misses down, and it's going to go 2-1 to Beck. So Hammerly's worked pretty efficiently here thus far. Early goings out here. Hammerly in there for a called strike. It's even at 2-2 now. Aiden Schumer, the on-deck hitter here for Port Edwards. That ball hit out into right, and play will be made in shallow right field. That's Reimer, the F9 here. So a 3-up, 3-down inning for Lucas Hammerly and the Cardinals. No runs, no hits, no errors. We'll move to the bottom half of inning number 1. You're listening to and watching high school baseball here tonight on Zaleski Sports. Brought to you by Hoff Favor Realty. Back in 1 moment.
Maida Custom Apparel, your local source for quality, custom decorated clothing and products. Discover a wide range of products from corporate casual wear to team uniforms, promotional items, sporting goods, and awards. Don't settle for less. With our in-house production, we will make your name or event stand out with custom sports jerseys, branded cooler bags, and personalized can coolers. Celebrate team success with custom awards and promotional items. At Maida Custom Apparel, we put your brand first. Explore your options today at maidacustom.com.
Hi, I'm Josh Marks, owner of Infinity Exteriors. 9 out of 10 brand new roofs can't pass a simple manufacturer warranty inspection, meaning 9 out of 10 brand new roofs have no warranty. Infinity operates on principles instilled in my Marine Corps service: honor, courage, and commitment. Infinity is meticulous craftsmanship, unbeatable quality, and always at the best price. Infinity buys more, pays less, passing those savings directly to you. We're booking new roofs, siding, and windows. Call today.
All right, we are back here, bottom half of inning number 1 here. I'm going to give thanks to all of our game day sponsors. Home Furniture, fill your home with the best from home furniture: sofas, sectionals, beds, recliners, lighting, tables, rugs, and so much more. Home Furniture, with locations on Grand Avenue in Wisconsin Rapids and on Post Road in Plover. So the Cardinals will go with Badoon, Garski, and Hammerly, followed by Uemura, Opper, Yaidi, Schober, and Reimer, and senior Braden Flaker to round things out here for the Cardinals. And Max Michaels out on the hill here for the Blackhawks. Defensively, Kelson Casey at third. Brendan Beck over at short, playing second here defensively is Sam Martinson. First base, Aiden Domke in the outfield. You've got Wesley Detlefson in left field, Colin O'Connor in center, and Ethan Borner in right defensively here for the Blackhawks. So Badoon to lead things off here for the Cardinals. And Melise, as so many of these seniors, as we heard in our senior commemoration, playing baseball really since the time probably he could walk, I would say. So Michaels misses a little bit outside, and it's 1-0 now to Badoon. So Melise heading out to Iowa, I believe, or no, I beg your pardon, Idaho. He's going to be heading to Boise State for his college. It's a 2-0 now. Certainly always kind of fun to sort of follow where these student athletes go, whether it's in the workforce or college or tech school, whatever it might be. And that one's in there. It's a called strike. It's 2-1 now to Badoon. So the 2-1 offering here from Michaels to Badoon. And that one skips outside. It's going to go hitters count 3-1 to Melise. The Oso Brewing Company in Plover offers a large, spacious place for your next gathering or just to watch the big game on a massive projector screen. Enjoy a great variety of pizzas and other hot food, along with a cold soda. It's all at Oso Brewing in Plover. So Badoon draws the leadoff walk here for the Cardinals. That'll bring up sophomore center fielder Jaden Garski, with Badoon at first for him. So we'll keep it right here. Looks like Coach Martinson to go out and say a few words to his senior right-hander, Max Michaels maybe pointing possibly to the mound surface, perhaps. We'll see what that's all about. We'll stay right here. Badun at first. I certainly want to give thanks to all of our sponsors that make this possible. Infinity Exteriors being one of them. Infinity Exteriors installing peace of mind, roofing, siding, and windows built to last. Saving our communities from unscrupulous contractors. We guarantee quality that you can trust. So, keeping an eye on the mound here maybe. We'll take a brief commercial pause, and we'll bring it right back here on Zaleski Sports, back in one moment.
Selling your car to Dahl Auto is quick and easy. Bring your title and keys, and you'll have a check in as little as 30 minutes. Still owe money on your vehicle? No problem. We'll take care of it. Dahl Auto. Simple.
Welcome to Bruce Orthodontics, where we provide comprehensive orthodontic care to patients of all ages. We are now accepting new patients, and we accept most insurances.
Orthodontics is much more than just a job to me. It is my passion and my life. What separates us from other orthodontists is constant continuing education for myself and my staff, compassion, and dedication. Here at Bruce Orthodontics, we change lives one smile at a time. I'd love the opportunity to meet you and transform your smile.
Call us to set up your free consultation today.
If you're looking for delicious, you've found it at Rock and Roll Cafe in Stevens Point. This family-oriented 50s themed cafe is open 7 to 3 daily with a great diverse menu of American and Mexican breakfast and lunch options. Enjoy dine-in or carry-out 7 days a week and always served quickly, fresh, with a smile. For the full menu and more about this local Stevens Point gem on Stanley Street, visit rockandroll.cafe.
Is it time to replace your old gutters? Call Schwartz Seamless Gutters and protect your home with new seamless technology. No seams, no leaks. With free estimates in 2 days or less and workmanship guaranteed, our service is as seamless as our gutters.
All right, we are back here. Looks like getting a little bit of mound attention here. That's Corey Opper out there doing a great job as always, does Corey. He's really kind of multi-talented, that Corey Opper. He's takes care of the mound. He's a pitching coach. He's a teacher, a little bit of everything. Of course, his son, Kelton, playing his college ball at UW Stevens Point in the fall here. That's where Kelton will be going. We'll keep it right here, though. It's Badun. You've got Badun at first. You've got Garski coming up here in just a few moments. We do want to give thanks to all of our game day sponsors, Culligan Water. They specialize in all of your water softener, drinking water, and water filtration systems. You can count on Culligan to keep your water pure and healthy with unparalleled service and convenient delivery options. That's Culligan Water. So I think we'll keep it right here because the moment we go back to commercial, we'll be underway here. But yeah, getting a little bit of workout on the mound, and as we're kind of talking about here, certainly, so much depends upon where each pitcher sort of lands and plants here, but crew doing a good job as always to get the mound going here. As we mentioned earlier again in our Stevens Point Auto Select pregame show, really getting down to the nitty-gritty here. Hard to believe. A lot of these folks, a lot of these seniors here, 9 of them between the two teams, graduating here in the next couple of days here. Pacelli has their graduation ceremonies on Saturday at 1 o'clock. Both teams, I would suspect, certainly want to keep their baseball seasons going just as long as they possibly can. As we mentioned earlier as well, Pacelli with that number 1 seed in the sub-sectional. So it looks like we're going to get things rolling back here. Looks like the mound is back thanks to everybody tending to that, whether it's Coach Saddlemeyer or Corey Opper or Coach Sankey or even Coach Martinson there from the Blackhawks. Max Michaels just making sure everything is good. Looks to be good here. So Jaden Garski. Nobody out here with Badun down at first.
And that's Corey Opper on the grounds crew. Let's give him a big hand.
So Garski here, followed by Lucas Hammerly. So Michaels will work from the stretch here for the Blackhawks. The speedy Melise Badoon with a fairly comfortable lead at first. Ball hit on the ground in the hole. That's going to be, and unable to make the play over there. Thought might have been a fielder's choice, and you get runners at the corner on the error there. So Garski will go to
The pitcher, number 3,
first, and you've got Badoon at third, nobody out. The E5 there. And that'll bring up Lucas Hammerly with runners at the corner here. Michaels working out of the stretch here for the Blackhawks. And Garski on the move. The throw down. There will be a throw, and Garski will be in there with a stand-up stolen base here.
Stolen base for Garcia.
So now you've got a couple of runners in scoring position, nobody out here, and a 0-1 count here to Hammerly. And that's in there, a called strike. It's 0-2 now. So Michaels firing a couple of fastball in there for a strike. Right down Memorial Avenue, we'll say, huh? Roosevelt Avenue, and a swing and a miss. And Hammerly is down on strikes for the first out.
The second baseman.
And that'll bring up the second baseman,
Tomas
Tomas Uemura here, who hitting with one out. As I think we had mentioned here, he will be heading down to Bryant and Stratton College to continue his baseball career. That one is in there for a called strike. It's 0-1 to Uemura. So Tomas, typically the sort of the everyday second baseman here for the Cardinals, although we've seen him at first base from time to time. We've seen him out on the hill. We know he's got a quick bat. A lot of his hits, you know, if you would look at his spray chart, certainly hits a lot of balls into right and right center. Very quick bat. Definitely kind of a pull hitter, and Michaels is going to miss downstairs and a little inside, and it's 1-2 now. Kelton Opper, the on-deck hitter here for Pacelli. And Uemura fouls that one there to the waiting hands there of Coach Saddlemeyer. Sads. It's 1-2 now to Uemura. Tomas hit his first home run of the season last Monday over in Almond Bancroft. As did Bryce Flaker, had his grand salami over there in Almond. The 2-2, and Uemura hits it, and that's going to get through for a hit, and 2 runs are going to come across here with Badoon and Garski scoring on that.
2 RBI single for
And a
Tomas.
2 RBI single there for Tomas Uemura.
Kelton Opper.
And that'll bring up the senior here, left-handed hitting Kelton Opper. Kelton has sort of elevated within this batting order here. You know, for the most part, we saw him kind of in that 7 or 8 hole throughout the course of the year, but his hitting really has certainly come around. And that ball hit out into center, and that's going to drop for a base hit for Opper. So Opper continues his Kelton Opper-like ways here. So Uemura gets down to third on that one, and Opper down to first.
Zach Yeide.
And that'll bring up senior Zach Yeide, the infamous pencil bat. Zach. It's kind of his trademark, I'll say, this season when we've seen him hit here. Saw him a little bit in Tri-County. That one misses high. It's 1-0 to Zach. Zach doing the designated hitting here tonight. Michaels working out of the stretch, 1 away. Runners at the corner. Pacelli with the early 2-0 lead. That one is going to miss outside, and it's going to go 2-0 now to Yeide. And Yeide, I would say, you know, the times we have seen him, he's definitely put a bat on the ball. And that ball lifted out of play, foul. And the play will be made at first, so the F3 there to retire Yidy.
Sully Schober.
And that'll bring up the sophomore third baseman here in Sully Schober with 2 outs. Michaels from the stretch. Pitch on the way. That one's fouled back. It's 0-1 to Schober. Senior Nathan Reimer in the on-deck area here for the Cardinals. Should Sully reach here? Pitch on the way for Michaels. That one misses downstairs, and it's going to go to 1-1 now to Schober. Shelley with the 2 hits here thus far. 2 runs. 1 error on the scoreboard. That ball hit pretty well, and that's going to be down, and that's a base hit and an RBI for Schober. And an RBI with Waymota coming across to score.
RBI single for Sully.
Hopper gets down to third.
11, Nathan Reimer.
So Schober with a 2-out RBI single. And that'll bring up the senior right fielder, Nathan Reimer, 2 outs here. So Pacelli, the 3 base hits, the 3 runs here, looking to kind of keep things going here with Reimer. Pitch from Michaels, that's in there, fastball, it's 0-1. Nathan, one of those 7 seniors commemorated here on Senior Day. Pitch in there, it's a called strike. It's 0-2 now to Reimer. And Schober steals second, so a couple of runners in scoring position, 2 away. Michaels up here, 0-2. And that one's in there, a called third strike. And that's the 3rd out here. We are through 1 inning in the books here. Pacelli out front, the 3 runs, 3 hits. Couple left on here. We move to the 2nd. You're listening to and watching high school baseball on Zaleski Sports, brought to you by Huff Favor Real Estate Group. Back for the 2nd in 1 moment.
Hello, it's Mayor Lois T. Strake asking you to join us for Marshfield's Dairy Fest. Dairy, great time. The fun starts with me on Friday, May 30th at the Mayor's Breakfast, 5:30 to 9:30 a.m. At 5 p.m., head to Columbia Park for family-friendly entertainment, and later join free live music at the Wenzel Family Plaza. Saturday, May 31st, the parade starts at 11 o'clock, and Wenzel Family Plaza will host fun activities. In the afternoon, the Pie and Ice Cream Social is at the Upham Mansion, and Nuts Deep 2 will be hosting an outdoor beer garden with live music. For more information, go to visitmarshfield.com.
At Ridgetop, we are your trusted, local, affordable exterior renovations expert. Isn't that right, Bo?
Exactly, especially when we are working on someone's biggest investment.
Can you give us an example, Bo?
Well, there was this house. We replaced the roofing, siding, and windows. Then, they left a 5-star review.
One of our thousands of 5-star reviews?
Exactly.
For your free, no obligation estimate, call us today or go to ridgetopexteriors.com.
All right, we are back. 2nd inning coming up here. You've got 4, 5, and 6. So Aiden Schumer, Sam Martinson, and Ethan Borner. So Aiden Schumer, the catcher here, hitting in the 4th spot to lead things off here. Lucas Hammerley back out for his 2nd inning of work here. Had the one Serpro Jamie Wenzel strikeout back in the 1st. Hammerley working from the stretch. That one just misses, and it's 1-0 to Schumer. Lucas certainly with a very nice arsenal of pitches. We've seen that breaking ball all season, and certainly when it's on, it's pretty darn good. I'm not going to lie. I don't know that there's necessarily a better description that I can think of, but pretty darn good. Getting a lot of looks on that one, like that's the best I could come up with, but either way, Schumer down 1-2 in the count here to Hammerley. Top half of inning number 2. Hammerley's pitch fouled over to Coach Martinson. He stops it. Completes the throw back to Lucas. Nice job there, Coach. So it's 1-2 to Schumer. Hammerly's 1-2 offering is hit on the ground to Badoon at short. And he will make the play over to Opper for the first out, the 6-3 ground out if you're keeping score at home. One away now for the second baseman, number 5 hitter, and Sam Martinson. I do like to score games, though. I'm one of those people that you go to a Brewer game and I actually score the game on my scorebook by hand. There's Game Changer, but I still prefer the old scorebook. That ball, a base hit for Martinson. So the first hit here for the Blackhawks.
Just out of the reach of Badoon, base hit for Martinson.
Martinson.
Right fielder, number 26, Ethan.
And that'll bring up the right fielder, number 26, Ethan Borner now, with one out, and Sam Martinson down at first. Hammerly set here from the stretch, the pitch. That one is in there. It's a called strike. It's 0-1 now to Borner. Wesley Detlefson, the on-deck hitter here for Port Edwards. Pretty nice crowd out here today on this 60-ish degree day here in sunny Plover, Wisconsin. It's 1-1 to Borner. Some, I don't know, a few clouds here. Cumulus clouds they look to be, perhaps. Maybe a couple of cirrus clouds mixed in. That's a swing and a miss. It's 1-2 now to Borner. Although weather necessarily not always my forte. I think it's Mike's, though, here. Not sure. That's a swing and a miss. And that's a Serb Pro Jamie Wenzel strikeout in the second out here. Again, you can call Jamie Wenzel at Serb Pro for the #1 choice. And cleanup and restoration, Serb Pro like it never, ever happened. 2 away now for Wesley Detlefson. Martinson remains at first here for the Blackhawks. That one hit foul there, so it's 0-1 to Wesley. Hammerly's 0-1 pitch. That one's going to miss high and inside. It's 1-1 now to Detlefson. Aiden Domke, the on-deck hitter here for Port Edwards, should Wesley reach here. Early goings, Pacelli out front here, 3-0 off the 3 hits. And that one's going to hit and go foul here, so it's going to move to 1-2 now. So these two teams, as we mentioned, saw each other about 3 or so weeks ago. Hammerly's pitch, a swing and a miss, and another Serb Pro Jamie Wenzel strikeout. Again, you can call Jamie Wenzel at Serb Pro for the #1 choice in cleanup and restoration. Serb Pro like it never happened. So they come across with no runs, 1 hit. 1 left on here. We'll move to the bottom half of inning 2. You're listening to and watching high school baseball, brought to you by Hoff Favor Real Estate Group. Bottom 2 coming up in 1 moment.
Is your business, church, or organization getting a fair deal on your copier contracts? Do you even know how much you're spending? Bauer & Fine Business Technologies has been in the office technology industry for 70 years. We have an award-winning service department, and customers love our fair and flexible service contracts. If you're currently a customer, thank you. If you currently work with one of our competitors, let's talk. We can tell you if you're overpaying or getting a good deal. BBT, we want to be the easiest vendor you work with. b-bt.com.
At Oso Brewing, we're committed to our community and charity events. We give back locally. We're spot on with tasty food right inside our brewery. Oso pizzas and sandwiches are the best kept secrets in the area. Come and enjoy our new patio atmosphere with friends and family.
It will be something you want to tell your friends about.
All right, we are back here. Pacelli will send up 9, 1, and 2 here. Want to give thanks to all of our game day sponsors. Ridgetop Exteriors. Just like these players bring their best to the field, Ridgetop Exteriors brings top-tier performance to your home. Roofing, siding, windows, and doors. Ridgetop Exteriors has the winning strategy to protect your home. Visit ridgetopexteriors.com. So Braden Flaker will lead things off here for the Cardinals. Again, 9-1-2. Bottom half of inning number 2 here. Max Michaels back out on the hill for the Blackhawks here. So Michaels pitch here, and that one is in there. A called strike to Flaker. It's 0-1. So Pacelli with the, as we've mentioned, the 3 base hits, the 3 runs. Michaels working from the stretch. That one hit, and that's going to be in there for a base hit for Braden Flaker.
Base hit for Braden.
So starts things off here in the bottom half of inning number 2. That'll bring up senior shortstop Melise Badoon. He walked in his first plate appearance back in the first. He walked and scored a run, did Melise. Badoon and Flaker on the run, and that's in there, called strike, and Flaker will be in for a stolen base. Braden ran track the last few years here, certainly has some speed on the base paths. We've talked about it throughout the course of a number of the games we've done here. Has a real strong, keen knack for laying down a bunt. That one misses, and it's 1-1 to Badoon. Badoon with a lead there, and that one misses down, and it's 2-1 now to Melise. So Michaels working from the stretch. The 2-1 pitch on the way, and that one is down low, and it's hitters count 3-1 now to Badoon, with Flaker down at second, I should say. He was at first not all that long ago. That one hit in the air, and that's going to be trouble. That'll be a base hit for Badoon, and Flaker with his speed coming around to score. So the RBI for Melise Badoon. The RBI single, he'll end up at second on that one. Flaker scores. And that'll bring up sophomore Jaden Garski. Reached on the E5 back in the first. Stole a base and scored the Cardinals' second run as well in that half of inning number 1 here. That pitch is going to miss inside to Garski. It's 1-0. Nobody out here. Michaels' pitch on the way, and that one's hit in the air. That's going to get out of play and go foul. Dahl Automotive, the Dahl family of vehicles, has been earning 5-star reviews since 1911. Now, we'd like to earn your 5-star review at their new Dahl Honda and Dahl Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep Ram dealerships in Stevens Point. Learn more online at dahlauto.com. Runner going. There's going to be a throw down to third, but it's not going to be in time for the speedy Melise Badoon, so he'll swipe third base there. It's 2-1 to Garski. And that one misses, and it's a hitter's count. 3-1 coming up now to Garski. You've got Lucas Hammerly, the on-deck hitter here. Pacelli, still nobody out here, and that one misses. So Garski draws the base on ball. Runners at the corner now, and that brings up Lucas Hammerly. Cheese Pleasers in Bancroft is a local hidden gem filled with all the finest cheeses, snack sticks, cheese curds, and cheese trays. For Wisconsin's finest cheese, stop at Cheese Pleasers right off I-39, Bancroft. That ball hit in the air. That is going to be Beck over to make the play over at short, and Hammerly retired on the F6 here for the first out. Runners stay put. And that'll bring up Tomas Uemura, who is 1 for 1 here today. Singled, scored a run back in the first. So runners at the corner, 1 away, and Uemura up here. Michaels working from the stretch. Garski on the move. It will be a throw, but it will be left of second base there, so Garski will swipe second base on that. So now you've got a couple of runners in scoring position here for Uemura. And that ball hit well out into the gap, and that's going to be extra bases for Waimoda and 2 RBIs, and Waimoda being sent around to third. And Tomas Waimoda with the 2 RBI triple for Tomas Waimoda, his second hit here today. So Waimoda 2 for 2 with that 2 RBI triple.
Senior, number 8, first baseman, Kelton Hopper.
And that'll bring up Kelton Hopper now. Kelton 1 for 1 here today. He singled back in the first. Michael's pitch, and now it's in there, called strike. It's 0-1 to Kelton. Michaels deals here the pitch. That one's going to miss. And it's going to go a little bit high, we'll say. It's 1-1 to Hopper. The 1-1 offering to Hopper. That one, and that's going to be a fair ball. And Waimoda and Hopper on his way to second, and he will be in there for a double for Kelton Hopper. So Hopper hits that one on the screws, the RBI double there for Kelton Hopper. Waimoda comes across to score that 7th run here, and that brings up Zach Yeide. He grounded to, or I beg your pardon, he flew to first base, so the F3 back in the first. Michael's pitch, that one skips. And it's going to go to 1-0 now to Yeide. Whitetail Properties Real Estate is your premier hunting land, farmland, and recreational land broker. If you're looking to buy or sell, Central Wisconsin agents are Brian and Evan Roosh at whitetailproperties.com. And a swing and a miss to Yeide. So it's 1-1 now to Zach. And, as was mentioned in the senior commemoration here before this game, this is Zach's first year playing baseball here with the Cardinals. We've seen him in a couple of different, a number of different situations, certainly as a courtesy runner, as well as we've definitely seen him at the plate. He's going to go down 1-2 now. Or 2-2, I beg your pardon. Michaels dealing 2-2, and that one in there for a called strike. And Yeide down on strikes, 2 away now, and Sully Schober coming up. He had the RBI single and stolen base back in the first. The pitch here to Schober, and that one's going to miss outside. It's 1-0. Pitch here from Michaels, and that one misses. It's going to be 2-0 now to Schober. So Michaels deals with a 2-0 here. The pitch is fouled back. So it's 2-1 now to Schober. Michaels will step off and walk Kelton back to second. Hopper with that screaming double down the first base line here. That one hit out, and play will be made out in center field. So the F8 here to retire Schober for the third out. So we are through 2 innings complete here. Shelley out front here, 7-0. We'll move to the third inning of play. You're listening to and watching high school baseball here today. Brought to you by Zaleski Sports and brought to you in part from our friends from Hoff Favor Real Estate Group. Third inning coming up here in just one moment.
Does your roof need attention? Don't replace it, restore it with Seamless Commercial Roofing. Our process is guaranteed and a fraction of the cost of replacement with no downtime. When your roof needs attention, call Seamless Commercial Roofing in Marshfield.
We have team members in our lives, whether it's this or that or friends, and he's my team member that look for my best interest. And he said, we're going to get you up walking without the walker. And I'm like, oh, really? And he says, yeah, we are. I'm really grateful from the bottom of my heart to Shai and his staff because they made the impossible seem possible.
Call to set up a free, no obligation evaluation. Next Step Prosthetics, the fit for you.
All right, we are back here. Want to give thanks to one of our many game day sponsors, Little Scholars Childcare. Little Scholars and Little Scholars Beginnings are two beautiful childcare and preschools in Stevens Point, are offering early child learning for infants through 4K. You'll find great facilities and a comfortable environment to help your child grow. Visit littlescholars.com. Also brought to you today in part by Express Employment. Express Employment Professionals has relationships with all the local businesses and job openings. Call or stop in at Express Employment to find the right career path for you. So Aiden Domke to lead things off here in this top half of inning number 3 here. That one's in there. It's a called strike. It's 0-1 to Domke. Kelson Casey, the on-deck hitter here for the Blackhawks. Hammerly working out of the stretch. Pitch, a swing and a miss. It's quickly 0-2 now to Domke. So Hammerly thus far with the 3 Serb-Pro Jamie Wenzel strikeouts here. Just the one hit thus far. That ball is going to be fouled and out of play for Domke. It remains 0-2 now to Aiden. Emerly's 0-2 pitch. That one's going to miss. Outfield and that one a swing and a miss, and that's a Serb-Pro Jamie Wenzel strikeout, the 4th here today for Lucas Hammerly. Again, you can call Jamie Wenzel at Serb-Pro for the #1 choice and cleanup and restoration Serb-Pro like it never happened. So 1 away now, and Kelson Casey. His first plate appearance here. That one's going to miss. It's 1-0 to Casey. So the 0-1 pitch here, Hammerly dealing, and that one's going to be fouled. Another one went that way. And it's 1-1. The 1-1 pitch here from Hammer. That one's going to miss down. It's going to go to 2-1 now to Kelson. The 2-1 here from Hammerly, and that one just missed low, I think. So it's going to go to 3-1 now to Kelson. Colin O'Connor on deck here for the Blackhawks. The pitch here to Hammerly, that is in there. It goes to full count now. Pitch on the way, and that's hit over to Uemura. Uemura gloves it, throws it, and they will get the out there, the 4-3 ground out to retire Casey for the second out. Back to the top of the order here now, and Colin O'Connor. Colin is 0 for 1 here today. Struck out looking back in the first. That one will miss. That's going to go to 1-0. Ski's Meat Market is your locally owned premier meat market filled with more than 30 flavors of brats, along with chicken, steaks, beef, deli meats, local and seasonal favorites, and more. It's all at Ski's Meat Market on Highway 10 East in Stevens Point. And it's 1-1 here to O'Connor. And that one in there for a called strike. It's 1-2. That one will miss. Today's game brought to you by Blinds and Designs by Kelly, Premier Auto Body, Dahl Automotive, Stevens Point Brewery, Lee Ayers Jewelers, Point Heating and Cooling, and Portesi Pizza. Hammerly's 2-2 pitch on the way. And a swing and a miss. And O'Connor down on strikes for the third out, and another Serb Pro Jamie Wenzel strikeout here today for Lucas Hammerly. We are through 2.5 innings here, bottom three coming up here. Pacelli out front 7-0. You're listening to and watching high school baseball here today on Zaleski Sports, brought to you in part by Hoff Favor Real Estate Group. Coming up, back in one moment.
Shuda Funeral Home in Stevens Point and Plover is your local, family-owned and operated funeral home, providing families with compassionate, individualized, and affordable services when you need it most. The loss of a loved one is a difficult fact of life that Shuda Funeral Home will ensure you won't have to face alone. Shuda Funeral Home will guide you through the process from in-person visitations to creating obituaries and tributes. Pre-planning can also be a great way to ease these topics for your family. Learn more at shudafuneral.com or bring your questions and stop in.
You're gonna love it. You're gonna love home furniture.
Hi, this is Jill from Home Furniture and Design. Since 1970 and 4 generations, our family has been proudly offering quality furniture like Lazy Boy, Serta, and the Amish to Central Wisconsin. We also offer free in-home design with our professionally trained designers to help you create a space that is uniquely yours, whether it's just a sofa or the entire home.
You're gonna love it. You're gonna love home furniture.
West Grand Avenue, Wisconsin Rapids, and Post Road in Plover.
All right, we are back. Bottom three coming up here. You've got 8, 9, and 1 coming to the plate here with Reimer, Flaker, and Badoon. Nicolay Bank offers personal banking at its best. Locations in Stevens Point, Wausau, Colby, Medford, Edgar, and Merrill, or learn more at nicolaybank.com. So Nathan Reimer 0 for 1 here today. Max Michaels back out for his third inning of work here for the Blackhawks. Working from the stretch, the pitch is inside. It's 1-0. Michaels now working from the windup, the pitch. That one's outside. It's 2-0 now to Reimer. Mutual of Wausau Insurance, protecting homes, farms, and businesses since 1875. Visit mutualofwausau.com to find an agent near you. So it's 3-0 now to Reimer. Again, as we mentioned, Nathan, one of 7 seniors here today on Senior Day, and that's in there for a called strike. It's 3-1 now to Reimer. Michael's 3-1 offering is... and he'll draw the base on ball.
The walk brings up the left fielder, Braden Flaker.
So that'll bring up the left fielder, senior Braden Flaker, who singled, scored a run, and stole a base back in the second. So Braden 1 for 1 here today. He's got fellow senior down at first. Michael's now working out of the stretch here for Port Edwards. His pitch on the way, and that's in there for a strike. It's 0-1. Stevens Point Orthopedics, proud to welcome orthopedic spine surgeon Dr. Jason Pataki. Dr. Pataki is ready to serve the central Wisconsin community and is now seeing patients. More information regarding spine and back services available at stevenspointortho.com. So it's 1-1 now to Flaker. And that one's going to be hit foul by Braden, so it's going to go 1-2 now. The Rock and Roll Cafe. Find a great variety of breakfast options at the Rock and Roll Cafe. Breakfast, lunch, Friday fish fry, and service with a smile. Open daily for breakfast and lunch, and only on Stanley Street in Stevens Point. That one misses outside to Flaker. Goes even at 2-2 now. And Reimer in there with a stolen base. Wild pitch. Yeah, we'll... is that here? So the wild pitch here, and Reimer now in scoring position here for Pacelli with nobody out, and 2-2 here to Flaker. That one hit on the ground to third, and that's going to be over the head. That's going to be, and that's going to score a run. That's Reimer. I think they're going to score a base hit. Looks like an RBI for Braden. Yep, that's what it looks to be the case here. And back to the top of the order now, and Melise Badoon. Melise 1 for 1 here today. So Flaker. So Melise, RBI single back in his last at bat. He's scored a couple runs here today. And that one's going to miss. And it's going to go to 1-0 now to Badoon. Jelly now with the 8 base hit, and that is going to skip away, and it's going to go 2-0 to Badoon, and meanwhile, Braden Flaker down at third. Feltz Dairy, the culture of Wisconsin is forever tied to life on the farm. Bring the family for a visit to Feltz's Dairy Store in Stevens Point. Cheeses, dairy products, local meats, seasonal decor, and so much more. Feltz's Dairy Store, food, family, and fun. And that's in there, a called strike. 2-1 to Badoon. Pitch on the way, and that one misses high and in, and it's 3-1 now. Garski on deck here for Pacelli. Still nobody out here. Bottom half, inning number 3. Michaels, that one hit in the air. Beck going back on it. He'll make the play. And the first out there, so Badoon retired on the F6 for out number 1.
Center fielder number 7.
And that'll bring up the center fielder here in Jaden Garski. He reached on an E5 and scored a run back in the first, and he walked and scored a run back here in the second. So his third plate appearance here today. Pitch on the way from Michaels, that's in there, it's 0-1. Sherrill Tire and Auto Service. For all of your tire and auto service needs, look to Sherrill Tire and Auto Service. Great deals on tires that fit your needs is a sure thing. To get back on the road, that's Sherrill Tire and Auto Service, and that one will score a run. And an RBI single there for Garski.
Number 3, Lucas Hammerly.
The RBI single for Garski now. And that'll bring up Lucas Hammerly, 0 for 2 here today. That one's going to miss down low, and it's 1-0 now to Lucas. And that one misses inside, and it's 2-0 now to Hammerly. And that ball hit on the ground. Michaels will give chase to it. He'll throw it over to first to get the second out here. So Hammerly retired on the 1-3 ground out here.
Senior number 10, Tomas.
And that'll bring up Tomas Uemura, 2 for 2 here today. He singled back in the first, scored a run. 2 RBI double back in the second. Scored a run there as well here. So Coach Martinson will come out here. We'll take a brief commercial pause. We'll bring it right back here. You're listening to and watching high school baseball on Zaleski Sports, brought to you in part from Hoff Favor Real Estate Group. Back in one moment.
Hey, you're tuned in to Better Halves.
Skip, I love my hometown, and I want a health plan that feels the same way. So, what are your favorite local date spots?
Oh, yeah, I know like all the date spots in Eclair.
Jane, I'm Steve from Security. I've lived here in Wisconsin my whole life, and that means I understand your health coverage needs better.
By the way, Doug, it's Eau Claire. I have a dozen Eclairs in my dressing room.
All right, we are back out here. Bottom half, inning number 3 here. 2 away here, and as we mentioned, Tomas Uemura coming up here. He had that 2 RBI double in his last at-bat. Hit out into the right center field gap. Uemura hitting with 2 outs and the breaking ball, and that's in there. It's 0-1 to Tomas. So Coach Martinson out to say a few words to his senior right-hander, Max Michaels. Michaels comes set, the pitch on the way, and that one hit out into right field, and that'll be down for a base hit. And Uemura now with his 3rd hit here today. On senior day, Tomas Uemura with 3 hits here today, and that brings up senior Kelton Opper, who's 2 for 2 here today. And an RBI double back in the 2nd, and then he singled back in the 1st. And a swing and a miss. And it's 0-1 to Opper. Garski down at 3rd. Uemura down at 1st. Michaels working from the stretch. The 0-1 pitch here is, it's going to be in there for an RBI and a base hit for Opper. So he's got a 3-hit day here for Kelton Opper. We certainly know what he can do out on the hill. But I'll tell you what, Kelton showing off a little bit of that bat as well here for the Cardinals. And another RBI, and that brings up Zach Yeide here with 2. I beg your pardon, that's Eric Rinke. So that is Rinke. Recognize the walk-up song here. So 2 away for Rinke. So Pacelli with a couple runners on with Uemura at 2nd. Opper down at 1st. Michaels' off-speed pitch is in there, and it's a called strike. It's 0-1 now to Rinke. Next Step Prosthetics, providing prosthetic and orthotics throughout central Wisconsin. Take your next step and contact them today. A swing and a miss to Rinke now, and it's 0-2. Bottom half, inning number 3. That ball hit in the air. That should be playable along the first base, and that ball, that'll be foul ball. Yep. So Rinke will get another crack at it. Fleet Farm, no matter what your everyday life looks like, Fleet Farm has you covered at the best prices guaranteed. Auto, pet, bird, farm, snacks. Fleet Farm has you everything that you need at all the lowest prices. That one misses inside. And it will go to 1-2 now to Rinke. And that one just misses. Pretty nice pitch, though. So it's 2-2 now to Rinke. Pitch on the way from Michaels. That one hit pretty well. That could be, and that'll be extra bases here, and Uemura is going to score on that. So the RBI for Rinke.
RBI double for Rinke.
The RBI double, in fact, for Eric. So Uemura scoring on that one. And Opper's going to get down to 3rd. And that's
courtesy runner for Eric will be number 21, Henry Garrettson.
Henry Garrettson will courtesy run here. And Sully Schober coming up. Sully 1 for 2 here today. RBI single back in the 1st and flew out to center back in the 2nd. So he's up here with a couple of runners on. That's Henry Garrettson courtesy running down at 2nd. Kelton Opper down at 3rd. Michaels dealing here, and that one, he's going to get away. Opper will stay put. So it's 1-0 to Schober. Nathan Reimer in the on-deck area here for Pacelli. He started this half inning off here for the Cardinals. The pitch from Michaels is in there. It's a called strike. It's going to go to 1-1 now to Schober. Michaels working from the stretch here. Pitch on the way. That one's going to miss. It's going to go to 2-1. The Tomorrow River School District. Great things are happening at the Tomorrow River School District with open enrollment now open. Come and join the Falcon family. Are you ready to fly with us? He'll say he offered. So it's 2-2 now to Schober. That one's fouled back. Even though there's a fence and a window here, I still flinch. I know that's just instinct, I guess. I can't seem to break that habit. Despite 2 or 3 layers of protection, you never quite break that. That one's down low, and it's 3-2 now to Schober. And Schober aboard with a base on ball. And Nathan Reimer, who led this half inning off, who walked and scored a run. He's back up here with 2 away. Base is loaded here. And that ball hit on the ground, and they will get the fielder's choice there. But not before Pacelli comes away with 4 more runs here. 3 innings are in the books here. We'll move to the 4th inning of play here. Pacelli out front 11-0. You're listening to and watching high school baseball here today on Zaleski Sports, brought to you by Hoff Favor Real Estate Group. 4th inning coming up in 1 moment.
After a couple years of this, it's time for more money, more opportunity. That's where Midstate Technical College comes in. Got a passion for helping people? Maybe you like cars. Are you into science? Are you good with computers? No matter your path, we've got cutting-edge classes with field-trained professionals and better tuition options. Stop getting by and level up today.
In every department at Dahl Auto, you'll find people who've been in the industry for decades. Sales staff with a deep knowledge, not just of cars, but how to build relationships. A service team who always double-checks each other's work. Dozens of people you may never meet who've been working for years to make buying and servicing a car feel fast and easy. In over 100 years at Dahl Auto, we've learned to value experience. After working with our team, you'll value our experience too. Dahl Auto, simple.
All right, we are back here. One of our many game day sponsors, Dahl Automotive. Dahl Automotive in Stevens Point has over 1,300 vehicles, but they want more, so they'll offer an extra $500 over book value for your trade-in vehicle. Shop DahlAuto.com for the best selection in the area, or stop in to see them at Dahl Honda, just off Stanley Street, or at Dahl Chrysler on Highway 10 East in Stevens Point. So hitting here in the top half of inning number 4 will be 2, 3, and 4 for the Blackhawks, and that's Michaels, Beck, and Schumer. So 2, 3, and 4 coming up. So Michaels 0 for 1 here today at the plate, grounded to second back in the first. Hammerly out, and that ball hit over to Badun at short. And he is going to be in there with a single, we'll say. The speedy Max Michaels going to score that a hit here for Michaels. And that'll bring up Brendan Beck. Brendan 0 for 1 here today. Flew out to right field in his last at-bat back in the first. And that one's going to get away from Ranke, and Michaels is going to get down to second on that one. Pass ball there, so it's going to go to 1-0 now to Beck. And that's in there, a called strike, and it's 1-1 now to Beck. Pitch on the way, the 1-1, and that's going to be, Hammerly will give chase to that. He'll fire down to first, and the run's going to come across, so Michael's scoring on that one. Score that in air, it looks like.
Number 17, Aiden Schumer.
So that will bring up Aiden Schumer now. Aiden is 0 for 1 here today, grounded to short in his first at-bat back in the second. Nobody out here, and Port Edwards on the board now. Fastball in there, it's 0-1 now to Schumer. Back on the move, and he will be in there with a stolen base. Hammerly, meanwhile, 0-2 here on Schumer. Hammerly's 0-2 offering. Dealing that one misses. It's 1-2. The 1-2 from Hammerly. And they'll say he dropped it, so get another chance at that. So it's 1-2. Fouled it back, but unable to corral that in. So Schumer staying alive here, 1-2. Pitch on the way, and that's going to miss here, and it's going to go even at 2-2. The pitch from Hammerly hit sharply over to Schober, and Beck with some heads-up base run in there. That ball hit pretty well, though, by Schumer.
Brings up number 22, Sam Martinson.
So one away now, and Sam Martinson coming up. Sam 1 for 1 here today. He singled back in the second. He's got Beck down at first. Port Edwards on the board here in this top half of inning number 4. Martinson out in front of that one. It's 0-1. So Sam with 1 of 2 hits here for the Blackhawks. And that one's going to be fouled here. So Lucas up in the count here, 0-2. The 0-2 pitch here from Hammerly. And that ball hit over to Schober. And it's fair ball, and Martinson will be aboard. And that'll be a base hit for Martinson. So Sam with a couple of hits here today. And Beck remains at second there. Rowan Schmelzer.
Number 10, Rowan Schmelzer.
Rowan Schmelzer here, hitting in the 6th spot. So Hammerly dealing here in the 4th. Pitched pretty well today, has Lucas. Certainly the top end of the Cardinals rotation here between him and Kel Knopper, the the right-left combo of Hammerly and Opper. That one misses. It's 1-0 now. That one's in there, called strike. It's 1-1 now. Pitch here from Hammerly on the way. That one misses high. It's 2-1. Back at second. Martinson down at first. Back on the move, and a swing and a miss, and throw is so both runners advance 90 feet here, so back down to third now, and Martinson down to second. It's 2-2 here. And that one's going to miss high. It's full count now. Hammerly here, full count. And that's in there, a called third strike. And the second out here, and another Serpro Jamie Wenzel strikeout again. You can call Jamie Wenzel at Serpro for the #1 choice in cleanup and restoration. Serpro like it never happened. 2 away now here for Wesley Detlefson. Wesley a swing and a miss. It's 0-1. So Lucas scattering those 3 hits here over 3 2/3 inning. That ball is going to be hit out of play and foul. So it'll go quickly 0-2 now to Detlefson. Hammerly's pitch hit on the ground to Uemura. He will make the play there, the 4-3 ground out to get Detlefson for the third and final out here. But Port Edwards does come away with a couple hits and a run here. A couple left on here. We are through 3.5 innings. We'll move to the bottom half of inning number 4. Pacelli out front here, 11-1. You're listening to and watching high school baseball here today on Zaleski Sports, brought to you in part from Hofffavor Real Estate Group. Back in one moment.
Are you tired of being a boring old tree, bird, or mythical war hero? Find the right job for you at Express Employment. Stop today and discuss positions that fit your abilities and qualifications, leading you to the perfect job. Always local, always strategically selected to match your skill set with local employers. There's a perfect job out there. Let Express Employment professionals help you find it. In Wausau, Stevens Point, Medford, and Marshfield. Find jobs and apply online at expresspros.com.
Hello, Wisconsin. Phelps Dairy Store in Stevens Point is your spot for family fun, Wisconsin style at the farm. Come have an ice cream or some of their daily made fresh cheese curds while observing the robotic barn milking the cows. Ask for a tour of the farm or let the kids see the cows up close. Various Wisconsin-made dairy and beef products, seasonal decor, and outdoor activities are just the start of the family fun that awaits you at the Phelps Dairy Store, just a half mile from Walmart in Stevens Point. Phelps Dairy Store, food, family, and fun.
Ski's Meat Market is your locally owned premier meat market filled with so many delicious favorites featuring hundreds of varieties of bratwurst, chicken, pork, steak, and so much more. No matter what you're looking for, everything you'll find at Ski's Meat Market is always fresh with so many local gems including pizzas, salsas, deli meats, and a variety of homemade dips, pasta salads, veggies, loaded baked potatoes, and drinks. Ski's is a one-stop shop for all your culinary needs. They're always adding new flavors and specialty products. Ski's Meat Market on Highway 10 East in Stevens Point. Their quality is worth the stop.
All right, back out here, Owen Hansen to lead things off here, hitting in the 9 spot here. So Hansen, it looks like Dominic Sackman, the on-deck hitter here. All of our game day sponsors. Made a Custom Apparel specializes in providing quality decorated apparel, including from corporate casual, team uniforms, and promotional items to sporting goods and awards. Find just what you need to keep you looking great. Learn more at madeacustom.com. So Hansen looks at ball one here. It's 1-0. Brendan Beck in relief here for Port Edwards. Senior right-hander. That one misses high and in. It's 2-0 now to Hansen. So Owen, we've seen throughout the course of this season, certainly we've seen him at third base. I think predominantly that's where we've seen him, and that one's in there for a called strike, and it's 2-1 now to Hansen. Beck dealing here. That one's going to miss, and it's a 3-1 count now to Owen Hansen. And that one will miss. So Hansen draws the leadoff walk here in the bottom half of inning number 4.
Dominic Sackman.
And that's Dominic Sackman coming up here. Of course, older brother Timmy played here for his baseball career. He's over at UW Eau Claire. Tim just finishing his sophomore year over at UW Eau Claire, the Blue Golds. I think did a little bit of catching over there, as I understand, and I think he may have actually pitched a few innings as well. That ball hit on the ground. That's going to be, and they'll get the fielder's choice there at second for the first out.
Number 5, Bryce Flaker.
And that'll bring up Bryce Flaker. So Bryce Flaker here, the sophomore. So Bryce. With Dominic Sackman down at first. Beck's pitch misses down. It's 1-0 now to Flaker. We're in the bottom half of inning number 4. That one is inside. It's 2-0. Looks to be a Chase Lyons sighting here, I think. It's 2-1 now. Chase, of course, getting some much-deserved hardware last night at the baccalaureate Mass. I believe he received the Bishop's Medal, in fact. Chase did. Well, he does some production for us. We got to give him a shout-out once in a while. He works hard. He does a nice job, that Chase. It's full count now here to Bryce Flaker. Pitch on the way, and that is in there for a called. So 2 down now.
Number 21, Henry Garrettson.
And this is Henry Garrettson. So Garrettson with 2 outs here. And you've got Sackman down at first still here. Beck working here with 2 away. Pitch to Garrettson, off-speed pitch is inside. It's 1-0. And number 14, that looks to be Gus Olszewski on deck here for the Cardinals should Henry reach here. And that ball going to get hit foul. That'll bounce off the pavement on Roosevelt Avenue there. Thank you, Ryan. 1-1 here. Ball, another one here. So it's 1-2 to Garrettson. Just crossing over the 6 o'clock hour here out at Memorial Park. That one a miss, but unable to wrangle that in. So Henry will get another crack at it, another chance. 1-2 to Garrettson. Pitch on the way. And that ball, and the play will be made there in the third out here. So the F2 to retire Garrettson. We will move to the fifth inning of play here. You're listening to and watching high school baseball here today on Zaleski Sports, brought to you from the Hoff Favor Real Estate Group. Fifth inning coming up in just one moment.
And the most important of those things is to have the ability to do things and treat patients in such a way that you're, that you're able to do things in such a way that you're controlling the decisions that are made, and you have that ability to change things when you feel like they're not the best things for you or for your patients, and that's really important.
The auto service specialist at Sherrill Tire and Auto Service can change your oil, fix your brakes, align your vehicle, make that check engine light go away, and more. Great service from great people at Sherrill Tire and Auto Service. Find your location at SherrillTire.com.
Rich, creamy, and fun. Point Craft Soda. Caffeine free, made with 100% real sugar. From Stevens Point Brewery.
All right, we are back here. Tomas Waymoda coming in here in the top half of inning number 5 here. So he will go through 8, 9, and 1 here. Looks like number 13 will come in here to hit. Carter Duran here, it looks like.
Number 13. Leading it off for the Blackhawks.
So Duran here, his first plate appearance here for Port Edwards, number 13, that's Carter. Shuda Funeral Services in Stevens Point and Plover is here to help you with all of your funeral needs with 2 convenient locations and a personal local touch. Let their experienced staff serve your family. Learn more at ShudaFuneral.com. That's ShudaFuneral.com. Waymoda swing and a miss. The fastball in there. It's 0-1 now to Duran. That one's going to miss high, and it's 1-1 now. And a swing and a miss from Waymoda. As we mentioned in our Stevens Point Auto Select pregame show, Tomas will be furthering his baseball career here down at Bryant and Stratton. So it's 2-2 now to Carter. And a swing and a miss and a Serb Pro Jamie Wenzel strikeout for Tomas. You can call Jamie Wenzel at Serb Pro for the #1 choice in cleanup and restoration. Serb Pro like it never happened. Kelson Casey in that one. So it's 0-1 now to Casey. That one's in there. It's called strike. It's 0-2. So Waymoda, that one's going to miss high. It's 1-2 now. So Tomas, we've seen consistently as a reliever here for the Cardinals. Sometimes long relief, sometimes that short relief. A little bit of both. The 2-2 pitch here is, that's going to be caught, and the FA to get Kelson Casey for the second out here.
Number 19, Colin O'Connor.
Back to the top of the order here now, and Colin O'Connor, who is 0 for 2 here today. Wimoda working from the stretch, the pitch, fastball. It's in there, called strike. It's 0-1. So 0-1 to O'Connor. That one's going to be foul. So it's 0-2. Pitch on the way is going to miss. Just misses. It's 1-2 now. The 1-2 pitch here, and that's hit on the ground. Tomas will glove it. He'll flip it to 1, and that is a final out here. It's 11-1 here, and we'll have our Nasonville Dairy postgame show coming up next. Nasonville Dairy with fresh cheese curds made daily. Get your fresh cheese curds, Nasonville Dairy in Marshfield, Curtis, or NasonvilleDairy.com. We'll hopefully get a few words here with Coach Wayne Sankey, and maybe we'll get a quick tribute to our senior group, possibly. The 7 seniors, get them possibly on air. We'll see. Either way, we'll be back with our Nasonville Dairy postgame show here in just a few moments. You've been listening to and watching high school baseball here today on Zaleski Sports, brought to you by Hofffavor Real Estate Group. Back in a moment.
Good day. My name is Ken Hyman, and welcome to Nasonville Dairy here in central Wisconsin, Marshfield, Wisconsin, as a matter of fact. Nasonville Dairy actually goes back to 1885. We are the oldest plant in Wood County. When our father brought us here in the early 1960s, we ran 7,500 pounds of milk a day. We now run 1.8 million pounds of milk a day. We buy dairy milk from 200 dairy farmers here in central Wisconsin, produce it, and ship it all over the world. We make a lot of different cheeses. We make cheddar, Colby, Monterey, Farmer's Cheese, Peach Cheese, Quesa Blanca, Quesa de Fury, Seco, Parm, Romano, Asiago, Fontina, Feta Caseri, Cafetieri, Cafla Graviera, 20 different flavors of Monterey, as well as making Edam, Gouda, and Munster. This has allowed us to go to a lot of different countries. Our furthest accounts are now in China, Japan, Canada, Saudi Arabia. We do ship to Mexico, as well as a number of other places throughout the world. This is what we call Cheese Making 101. We tried to walk you through the cheese plant today, and we're in hopes that you see our people, what they're doing, and the amount of work that goes into producing the products that we hope you enjoy. We make a lot of different cheeses. We make cheddar, Colby, Monterey, Farmer's Cheese, Peach Cheese, Quesa Blanca, Quesa de Fury, Seco, Parm, Romano, Asiago, Fontina, Feta Caseri, Cafetieri, Cafla Graviera, 20 different flavors of Monterey, as well as making Edam, Gouda, and Munster. And the cheese be with you.
Hello, baseball fans. Mike Wethen here in the press box, waiting for Brandon and Coach Sankey and our Highlight House player of the game in just a couple of moments. But right now, Pacelli, another conference win, 11-1 over the Port Edwards Blackhawks here on this one, continuing their great conference run on the verge of clinching a I think they locked up a share of the conference already, as we're going to get them around the fence here and get a nice clear shot here on Senior Day. It looks like it might be Tomas Uwira. It looks like Sam Gribach might be the coach that will be talked to as well.
All right, we are back here out here with one of the coaches here, Sam Gribach, here tonight. Coach, I know you've been with this squad for a few years now, a class of 2021 graduate. In fact, Coach, I know you're a very important part of this coaching squad. Certainly, all of you. Talk a little bit about your role, and I guess talk a little bit about where you guys are going. I mean, we're getting to the end here this season.
Yeah, looking at playoffs now. Got Edgar one more game before the playoffs start, and then we got first round bye, so we won't play until that next Tuesday, winner of Tri-County Almond. So focus is on that now. Trying to win as many games as we can. Keep going. That's the goal now.
Keep the momentum going, Coach. And you guys come out here, you get a nice victory over Port Edwards. You guys met just a few weeks ago here, Coach. Talk about a game like this, really, because you saw some really good hitting today, some very good base running, and you had the senior right-hander going. What are your thoughts just a little bit about today here?
It's good. Always good on senior night to get everyone in. Everyone got at bats, got some big hits. Kelton Opper run out a double. That's always fun to see.
Yeah.
Was trying for the triple. Didn't get that one, but that's okay. But it's always a good day when you can get everyone at bats and get the younger guys in too, then get them experience. So.
Awesome. Well, Coach, anything more before we get it over to our senior Zaleski Sports Highlight House player here today?
We can talk to Tomas over here.
Okay, well, I got to give you the fist bump. That's Sam Gribach there. All right. We'll bring one of our 7 seniors, in fact, Tomas Uemura, who, Tomas, first of all, you had 3 hits today, hitting the ball really well. We know that you certainly hit the ball. You're definitely a pull hitter. You come in here, you close the game out here.
Yep.
Talk about a game like this and your season. This has been quite a journey for you, I would say.
I don't know. Always trying to give my 100% in the game and helping my team out. Yeah.
And Tomas, I think if I'm not mistaken, you're going to Bryant Stratton. I just saw that on the Pacelli Athletics page here in the Pacelli. Anything we can think of here as you take that next step? A lot of baseball left here, though.
Yeah, the baseball's not going to be over for me, and I hope I do good over there. I don't know.
Absolutely. Well, Tomas, anything more before we get you into our Zaleski Sports Highlight House here?
Go Cardinals.
Go Cardinals. I like it. Well, I'm going to count you down.
Yeah.
I'll count you down. I'll have you say your name and that you're in the house, and look right up there. So we'll go 3, 2, 1.
I'm Tomas, and I'm in the house.
Tomas, we got to give you the nice fist bump. Nice job there tonight. That's senior Tomas Uemura here tonight on senior night. One of our 3 seniors here has 3 base hits, including that double, that screaming double here out into right center back in the 4th. So, again, Pacelli comes out of here with another conference victory. They will be back in action. Final regular season game next Tuesday, right out here against Edgar. That's a non-conference game here. And then, as Coach Sam Gribach talked about, and then you get into the postseason. But certainly you go one game at a time, no doubt. I think that's how you have to look at it. I'm sure Coach Sankey would tell you the same thing. With that, Mike Wendland doing our production, keeping me in line as always. Brandon Berencott on the call here. Again, a final out here from Memorial Park, Pacelli 11, Port Edwards 1. You've been listening to and watching high school baseball here tonight on Zaleski Sports, brought to you from Hoff Favor Real Estate Group. Signing off. Have yourselves a very good weekend and be safe over this Memorial Day weekend, everyone.